The following is a poetry read aloud using two poems Out of the Dust by Karen Hess and two from The Crossover by Quam Alexander. The first poem is Wild Boy of the Road. A boy came by the house today. He asked for food. He couldn't pay anything, but Ma set him down and gave him biscuits and milk. He offered to work for his meal. Ma sent him out to see Daddy. The boy and Daddy came back in the afternoon. The boy walked 2 steps behind, in Daddy's dust. He wasn't more than 16, thin as a fence rail. I wondered what Livy Killian's brother looked like now. I wondered about Livy herself. Daddy asked if the boy wanted a bath, a haircut, a change of clothes before he moved on. The boy nodded. I never heard him say more than, "Yes, sir," or "No, sir," or "Much obliged." We watched him walk away down the road, in a pair of Daddy's mended overalls, his legs like willow limbs, his arms like reeds. Ma rested her hands on her heavy stomach. Daddy rested his chin on the top of my head. "His mother is worrying about him," Ma said. "His mother is wishing her boy would come home." Lots of mothers wishing that these days, while their sons walk to California, where rain comes, and the color green doesn't seem like such a miracle, and hope rises daily, like a sap in a stem. And I think, someday I'm going to walk there too, through New Mexico and Arizona and Nevada. Someday I'll leave behind the wind and the dust and walk my way west and make myself to home in that distant place of green vines and promise. The next poem is called Let Down. I was invited to graduation to play the piano. I couldn't play. It had been too long. My hands wouldn't work. I just sat on the piano bench, staring at the keys. Everyone waited. When the silence went on so long, folks started to whisper. Arlie Wanderdale lowered his head, and Miss Freeland started to cry. I don't know. I let them down. I didn't cry. Too stubborn. I got up and walked off the stage. I thought it maybe if my father ever went to Doc Rice to do something about the spots on his skin, Doc could check my hands too, tell me what to do about them. But my father isn't going to Doc Rice, and now I think we're both turning to dust. This poem is from The Crossover. It's basketball rule number 3. Never let anyone lower your goals. Others' expectations of you are determined by their limitations of life. The sky is the limit, sons. Always shoot for the sun and you will shine. The last poem is called Profusely. Pouring forth in great quantity, as in JB gets all nervous and sweats profusely every time Miss Sweet Tea walks into a room. As in, the team has thanked JB profusely for leading us into the playoffs. As in, Mom said Dad's blood pressure was so high during the game that when he went into a rage, it caused his nose to start bleeding profusely. And that is all. Hope you enjoyed.